have you guys ever felt like the effort you put into somebody, the just the amount of energy you put into someone, friendship, relationship, it doesn't matter, just like to another person, it just doesn't get noticed, or it probably does get noticed, but they just don't give a shit. They just don't care, straight up. It's like, what the hell? Like, you could be planning hangouts, dates, whatever, trying to, talk to them throughout the day, call, go just, have some new experiences with these people. Like, hey, let's go do this. Hey, let's go do that. And of course, you don't have to see them every day. You don't have to talk 24/7, of course, okay? But I'm just saying, like, you really, like, putting in this energy, this effort into trying to show somebody that you care, because let's be real, putting in effort is kind of like another way of saying that, hey, I care about you. I like having you around. And I would like to have some new experiences with you, or or go do this with you, or go do that with you. Like, something as simple as, hey, let's go get a bite to eat, because I like having you around. I like your presence. I like talking with you. I value you as a person, and I just care about you. It's cool to just be with you. When you put in genuine effort, that's like showing the other person that, okay? That's like another way of saying that. And when they don't do the same back, it's like, what the hell? It's like, so I guess I'm the only one that cares, I guess? Like, cool. Wow. Wow. And you know what's annoying, dude? Is that when you do put in a bunch of effort, and they give you like a little bit of effort here, a little bit of effort there, a little bit of effort here, and it fucking tricks you. That shit fucks with your mind, man. That makes you think like, oh my god, like I got a little bit of this there, I got a little bit of this there, and okay, maybe if I keep trying and trying, I can get more and more of that. When it's like, dude, let's be real right now. When another person that genuinely wants you around, or cares about you, or likes you, be making you, like, try that hard, or try to chase that hard, or try to just like fucking hold them, and you're like, it's like, don't go, like, it's like you're holding them. Would they really, like, make you do that? No. Okay? No. They wouldn't make you feel like, oh my god, am I doing enough? And like, and sure, it's possible that you might genuinely not be. Sure, it's possible, of course. But let's be real. We probably, more than likely, we're doing more than enough. More than enough. Way more than enough. And it's just like, damn, that shit hurts. It's something that should never just be one-sided, effort. To keep the relationship alive, keep somebody in your life, it should never just be one-sided. If it is, that's your fucking sign of just like knowing. That's your sign of just knowing, all right, man, this person doesn't deserve me. They don't deserve having me around. They don't deserve my effort. And yeah, bro, they're gonna more than likely, some, sure, man, maybe some just truly just heartless or whatever, truly just don't give a shit. But more than likely, as time passes, they'll realize, like, damn, dude, like, this guy right here, this girl, or whatever, whoever's watching this, they'll realize, like, wow, that's what I lost out on. And months later, when they try to come back to you, that's when you have the power to be like, no, you missed out. Or you could be like, it's up to you. Okay, that's not the topic of this video. But it's like, yeah, like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, okay? This is no lie. This is no lies right now. Every single time I've like stopped talking with people because they would just genuinely show me that they don't care, I'm gonna be honest, it does take a little bit, it is a little bit hard for me to just stop, because I'm just like, bro, there could be something there with me and you, like, we could be great friends, we could be great partners, we could be great whatever, man. Like, this has happened multiple times, okay? And every single time it does happen, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm trying to like flex or this and that, but I have noticed every time it does happen, especially with like the romantic partners, they do end up coming back. Sure, maybe it's not a week from now, maybe it's not 2 weeks from now, but they do end up coming back eventually to me. And I'm sure it'll happen with you guys too. I'm sure a bunch of you guys have that experience, where you tried so hard with somebody, they didn't give a shit and they left, and you finally pulled yourself out, and then you guys don't talk for a little bit, and they finally come back, and it just shows you that, wow, I am doing the right things, because it's just like, it just shows you that you were really doing the right things in this relationship. You were really, putting in the right effort. Oh shit, putting in your energy into this, and they just didn't give a fuck. And it took them a while for them to finally be like, oh my god, ooh, shit, I might have missed out on that. And they come back. Okay? Friendships too, whatever, man. It's just, damn. It's like, wow, it really took you months of, or weeks of me not being there for you to finally realize that, and you couldn't appreciate that in the moment. It's like, damn, what the hell? Not cool. Not cool at all. And the reason I'm making this video is because I've thought about like a couple different times. Like I was just like here chilling, you know, and I watched a video on TikTok that just reminded me of all this, you know, and it made me think about a bunch of different times I've tried to keep someone around. I've tried to, you know, have somebody in my life because I like them or whatever. I liked having them around. They were cool, and I just kept trying when they obviously didn't care, just didn't want to be around, and I just kept going and going and going and going, and it takes me so long to finally be like, okay, like they don't deserve me, or I know they don't deserve me, but I just maybe I can, you know, maybe I can switch their mind, maybe I can change their mind or make them like me or something. But that's not the right way to do it, bro. It's not. Somebody that genuinely likes you, somebody that genuinely fucks with you, you would not have to be like that. You would not have to try to force them into your life, man. Okay. So I just remember like I remember a while ago, I used to be friends with this girl from San Francisco, right? And it's just like we used to talk every single day, and you know, we used to talk every single day. And I just remember like about a year after being friends or whatever, we would just, I don't know, they just fucking switched. I mean, you know, they just switched out of nowhere. They just stopped really caring. They just stopped doing all this and that. And I get it, you know, we're still growing up, life gets busy and shit. So, you know, I didn't overreact at first. Or I didn't, you know, I wasn't trying to overreact or anything. You know, life gets fast, you know, as you're growing up, whatever. And I just remember to myself thinking, okay, this is weird because, you know, usually this would be happening. Like, usually we'd call, or usually this would happen. And sure, this has to happen every day like it used to be, but like, you know, like once here or once there would be nice. And I just remember talking to them, and their messages got more dry and dry and dry and dry. And I was like, okay, maybe they just have a boyfriend or something, you know? Maybe it's like, okay, well, at least let me know. And then I would ask them, and they'd be like, nope. And I'd be like, okay, so what's going on? And they're just like, oh, well, you know, this and that, excuse after excuse, excuse after excuse, excuse after excuse. And it's like, okay, so you can do all these things, but there's no time for me to talk to you, because they would be saying like a bunch of things that they're doing that isn't something they need to do, if that makes any sense, right? I'm like, okay, so you could be doing all these things, but you could even give me like an hour to talk, you know, like I miss you, you know, it's been a while, I miss you. And they basically told me no like a bunch of times, and I was like, okay, well, I see where this is heading. You know, I'm the only one trying at this point, so I'm gonna just back out. I'm gonna just fall back. And when I finally did, silence. They didn't text me first once at all. Nothing. Silence. You know, it just shows that every single time it was me initiating everything and all that. Silence. Nothing. Until a couple months later, in last year, okay, well, we stopped talking last year, like, I don't know, I'll say last year in like June, right? And then a couple months later, in December, they text me, they're like, did you forget about me? With like a broken heart. And I'm like, what? Like at this point, I was just like, okay, get the fuck out of here. Like, I just don't want nothing to do with you. They're like, did you forget about me? And I was like, no, I tried my best and you didn't give a shit. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, this and that and that and that and this and that. And I was just like, no, like, if you couldn't appreciate me then, you don't deserve me now. You know what I mean? It's just like, guys, put your effort into people who deserve it. Sometimes you gotta look at your situation from the outside in and realize what the fuck is going on, and just be like, okay, well, this person doesn't deserve me around, and let them lose you. Let them lose you and just keep improving yourself, and that's what you can really just do, okay? Focus on yourself after that, and who knows, bro, the better you get, the better people that will come into your life. And that's actually something I'm proud of, actually, you know, admitting that's happened to me. You know, I've let people go, I've gotten better, and I have good people in my life now. So yeah, let's keep improving and put your energy into the right people, guys. And that's the lesson of the day. I want to be consistent on YouTube again. I really do, and I'm just trying to cook up video ideas every day. So yeah, guys, I really do want to stay here this time. I really do, really do, really do. So I'm gonna keep trying my best to come up with video ideas, whatever it is. Okay, who knows? It might be just random ass shit. Okay, I just want to upload. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Found it relatable. I'm sure a lot of people do. And yeah, take care, guys. Peace out, and yeah.